It's early. When you see this mug, that means I got to do the dishes. Unless it's Christmas time, then it's the person I drink out. Miles Davis, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. That was Miles Davis, and by playing that means YouTube will not show my videos in Russia. That's 100% true. But fuck YouTube, screw YouTube, whatever you want to call them. Ha ha! Hope you're all doing well. Having a great evening. I know I am, as I try to find what I'm looking for here. Happy Friday. Welcome to Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist, where if you've got a problem, I've got an answer. I've got a solution. As I always say, I am Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. I don't have a license, and that's good for you. First of all, I charge a lot less than someone with a license, $0.00, and I give it to you straight. I'm not held, by I don't know, the parameters of say various boards and bodies that govern what you can and can't do, because I'm completely unlicensed. There you go. All right. So if you have any questions, if you have social issues, anxieties, problems with your girlfriend, problem with your boyfriend, problem with your folks, you can put it in the chat, and we will all as a team fix you. That's what I can. That's my promise to you. Oh crap! I hit the wrong button. What else is new? Welcome to the show. I hit the wrong button a lot. Hold on a second. Let me hit the right. At least I hit of the two wrong buttons I could hit. I hit the least worse. There you go, something like that. All right, hold on. Let me go here. And I am almost where I need to be. There we go. I got the chat up. That's what I was shooting for. They're going to make me watch a commercial for my own show just so I can have the chat rocking and rolling. I'm going to skip that ad. All right. Good evening, Tataka. Thank you for tuning in. Watch Woman on the Wall. God bless you. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. In stereo. I appreciate that. Yeah, unlicensed is what it's all about from me. Panem, thank you. Hello to you. Pure Blood, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in, brother. And let's get this party started. Am I the asshole for refusing to give up my chair to an elderly guest? 9 times out of 10, yes. Like, come on, it's an elderly guest. Well, did they molest you as a kid? Okay, I get it. Then you pull the chair out from under him. Maybe stomp him a bit. No, but I get the anger and rage. That's why I'm unlicensed. Am I the ass for refusing to give up my chair to an elderly guest at a wedding when I'm 34 weeks pregnant? Oh, okay. This is like the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where they had the two survivors. One was a survivor of the Holocaust. The other was a survivor from the show, and they fought about who deserved it more. So you're 34 weeks pregnant. How elderly is the elderly? How broken are they? You're 34 weeks pregnant. It sounds like a lot. Was it 38 is when you give birth? I don't know. I don't know the math, folks. I don't know the math. Let's see. We're going to find out. We can all decide together who's the asshole on this one 100%. Let me see. Okay, so shit, everything's a bit messy right now. Why is this there? Oh, because my screens are in the wrong spot, and that will throw me. All right, now I'm in. Okay, locked and loaded. You're 31, currently 34 weeks pregnant. Congratulations. By the way, I was in In-N-Out tonight, and I don't know what happened, but every pregnant woman got the itch at the same time. There were bellies flying everywhere, like burgers and bellies. That's what they should have renamed the In-N-Out over there in Burbank. Burgers and belly. Burbank's Burgers and Bellies. That's what they should have called it. Big old 34-week pregnant bellies. Like one had like a half shirt with the belly hanging out, and I'm like, it's beautiful. And the other ladies were at least covered up, but the bellies were visible. Everyone was ready to pop, including this lady here. Now I bet you would have given up the seat to the elderly guy. 34 weeks pregnant, attending a wedding with my husband. Good for you. At this point in my pregnancy, standing for long periods is generally painful. I get it. My feet are swollen. This wedding has one chair. Like how is it? How come there's only one chair? And you're the one who has to give it up. Like I would think the pregnant woman would be the last person to have to give it up. You already gave it up. That's why you're pregnant. Hello. My lower back hurts. My pelvis feels bad. Okay. During the reception, the bride and groom announced they were putting on a performance. Oh, I already hate this wedding. Putting on a performance. Ugh. Sounds like their marriage is a performative art. And I asked all the guests to move to a separate room to watch. What? I think this is more upsetting than you not giving up the chair to the old dude. Leaving my assigned table meant I had to walk over and try to find a spot to sit. Fortunately, I managed to snag a spot on on a small 2-seat couch in the performance room. Are they singers? Is this like an acting group where then I get it. Everyone likes to ham it up and the egos fly like butter. As I was sitting down, a venue employee walked over with an elderly woman who needs a seat and said, "Hey, she's going to sit there." I replied, "Oh, this is a 2-seater. She can sit beside me." So she sat down next to me. Okay, that seems fine. In another minute, another older lady came over wanting a seat. This time, instead of hunting down a folding chair, finding another solution, the employee and my husband looked at me, and my husband said, "Hey, this lady is going to sit there," directly expecting me to stand up so the other two women could have the couch. All right, this is your husband. Like, he should know like what your situation is. If he feels like you could stand up, I feel like you might be able to stand up. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I was completely shocked and humiliated. Why? Why would you be shocked and humiliated? Like, why would you be humiliated? Just because he wants you to get up? Why would that be humiliating for an old person? I get it, you're pregnant. Someone should get those. This is the move that should happen. As soon as you get this old woman who can barely walk, I guess, to the couch, then they are instantly setting up the 2 chairs for you to sit on. I mean, I'm not saying you need to stand. They should get the folding chairs out for you. But for you to be shocked and humiliated, come on, that's the hormones popping right there, along with the kid. We were right towards the front, so I felt completely put on the spot in front of the whole crowd of guests. None of them are watching. There's a performance about to happen, don't you know? I want to know about the performance. What was it, Macbeth? I eventually got up with my husband's assistance because he's physically hard for me to pull myself up. Yeah. And I should be more sympathetic. As soon as I was up, he saw my face and asked if I was okay. I told him no and was actively fighting back tears. I think this is mostly your hormones. I got to be honest. Again, I'm a guy, though, so if the ladies want to chime in about how I don't get it, I get it. I get it that I don't get it. Even my husband's friends who were standing nearby were shocked by what happened. They immediately stepped in and said, "Hey, let's find a chair for you." That's where your husband fucked up. Your husband's the asshole here. The fact that he's having you stand and then has no place for you to sit is bothersome to me. And I'm on your side on that. Started looking around, but at that point, I was so upset and embarrassed. I don't understand the embarrassment, but again, you're pregnant, 34 weeks. And I just walked away, went back to the dining room alone, and missed the whole performance. Oh, I wanted to hear about the performance too. As a black woman, oh, come on. At least we waited till the end to pull out the race card. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Now I'm back to the old woman's, I'm on her side. Yeah. God, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Like, honest to God, that's just stupid. Am I wrong? I don't know. It's idiotic. Ay. All right. That's just crazy. Here, let me do a quick ad for Rumble Wallet. We'll get to the end of this crazy tale of woe. But we're going to get to it. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your own money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money and delaying transfers or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and it makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoin, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. Hop on it. It's right there. Rumble Wallet. You're going to love it. You know you will. There you go. Okay, so yeah, back to the shenanigans. XRP. Is that what it is? Goodness great. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see something here. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Pure Blood's race and sexuality extremely important to Reddit. Hold on a second here. Thank you, Dawn, for coming in. I'm doing great. Thank you. Lack of chairs was poor planning. I agree. I'm missing all the comments. I'm going to go back and then we'll go for a full circle. The new Larry David Obama sitcom is utter shite. Oh, is it? Okay. I haven't seen it. I've just seen little clips of it. It looks, I don't know. It didn't look very appealing. All right. Let's get back to the nonsense at hand. So I was reading this like, okay. But as soon as you're like, but I'm a black woman or I'm an Asian man or I'm a white man. I mean, all right. I think so. All of a sudden now everything seems performative. The wedding that you were at, the couples are actually doing a performance, and so are you, because of being singled out. I guess by your husband because you're black. So is your husband racist in this scenario? Because he's the one telling you to move. Is this a back of the bus thing? It's your husband. You married this guy. Anyway, we'll keep going. Somehow blame Trump for it all at the end. As a black woman being singled out, spoken to so abruptly by staff, it was your husband. Your husband told you to do it by staff and publicly ordered to surrender my space. She's doing a Rosa Parks. Come on, stop it. Stop it. You're just ridiculous. Ay. Made an already uncomfortable situation feel doubly humiliating. Look, your husband screwed this up. Don't blame the poor staff who the old people are like, get me a seat. And they're like, hey, can you move? Your husband should have got you some chairs. They should have got you some chairs. But pulling out the race card, give me a fucking break. Seriously. My husband has since been very apologetic, but I'm still deeply hurt and embarrassed. Your husband's a racist, clearly. He asked you to move and you're a black woman. That makes him a racist, right? By your logic. That bothers me the most more than everything. That's what you need the help on. That's what you need the therapy on, is this oppressed victimhood narrative that follows you even at a wedding party while you're pregnant and your husband is the culprit. Stop blaming the damn staff. But I still deeply hurt and embarrassed. I feel completely thrown under the bus stop with the bus references, by my own partner, okay, over misplaced social politeness. And it made me feel like my physical needs didn't matter to him or anyone else in the room. Am I the asshole for wanting to keep my seat? No, but you seem very needy. You seem very, just like I'm a victim. Oh, one more thing. Like you're almost looking to be offended. And honestly, anytime people pull the race card out in just like odd situations, which is most of the time these days, let's be honest. This country has never been less racist than it is right now. You'd never know it from the news because if it leads, it bleeds, and if it bleeds, it leads, and they got to sell ad space so that everybody's even the news though these days. You don't hear a lot of racism stories. You might hear one here and there, but think about it, when you don't really hear them that much anymore. It's not the issue that most people think it is. It's just this created especially for some parties over another to get votes. Pitting each other against each other, whether it's race, vaccine. I'm doing my political show now. I'm sorry. But it's all designed by those in power to keep power by pitting us against each other. So we're so busy fighting each other that we don't notice how we're being fucked up from on high. There you go. Free advice for you, for everybody. Yeah. Hey, whatever happened to the Epstein files? I don't know. All right, come on. Now I am getting back to politics. Stop it. Bad host. I'm trying to help people through therapy. Yeah. Well, once in a while. Hey, $2. Thank you. Oh, that's horrible, Gramanon, but it's a little funny. Would you get now? Don Rickles can make that joke. You're not allowed to. Come on. Are you? Unless you're his age. Even then, though, people look at you funny. You're going to help? Yeah, it's still a funny joke, even though you can't. Like that's the thing. I loved Rickles because Rickles he took everybody. He got Jewish people, black people, white people, fat people, handicapped people, you name it. Everybody got hit, and so it was fair and it was funny. We all laughed and we felt I don't know. Everyone was chill. It was like we were just all getting ripped by Don Rickles. I saw Rickles in the Chicago theater. Oh, bravo! Such a good show. Anyway, let's get back to it. All right. Yeah, what did happen to the file? I don't know. It suddenly disappeared, didn't it? All these big and both sides, are complicit, Democrats and Republicans, in hiding this because both sides have members who visited Epstein Island quite frequently and took advantage of the wares there. I mean, I know I did. I liked it a lot. I mean, yeah, I was there a lot. I mean, I was married to Hillary. That's a brutal experience for any man. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Shall we? We shall. All right, hold on a second. I'm trying not to hit the wrong button. Now, so you're not the asshole, but you gotta lighten up on the victimhood, please, please, for your own sake. Because who did you spoil the wedding for? You know, you went someplace and cried and everyone went something. This is what happened. You left. You went to this private area while the performance was happening, which to me is also odd. And everyone's watching it from this separate room, which again, also odd. Is it a puppet show, or they just got like marionette puppets? And then you know what everyone did when you left? They went, huh. And then they watched that was the extent of your performance. The wedding groom and bride did their performance, and then you did yours, and theirs was a lot more popular because you know they were the main characters. You weren't the main character at the wedding, despite your best efforts. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister-in-law sleep with me in the master bedroom with a 9-month-old baby? Oh, that sounds weird. It sounds like almost like a made-up Reddit one, but we will. All right, let's see what the hell happens here. Let's deep dive on this fucker. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can't make fun of anybody. Yeah, nobody is fair game anymore. Nobody is fair game. You're not allowed to. And again, this is funny to me. It's the Friday show. We can get a little loose here. But there's apparently, I was reading the story today. There's apparently this French trans athlete, a basketball player who's just insane. Like he's really good. You know, in the NBA he wouldn't be that great, but everywhere else he's great. He can dunk, and he's just a bulky dude who identifies as a woman. And yet none of the WNBA teams who are so pro-trans want to have him on the team. And he said he would happily go to any team basically that gave him that made him any sort of an offer. And yet all of a sudden they don't want to have him. Why? Because he would just destroy the league. Whatever team he was playing for would win every game, unless he fouled out or something or hurt his ankle after a dunk. You know, I guess the topic of today's show is performance art, and being performative. The WNBA is a performative organization. If they ever got their actual wish, which was to have trans inclusion in the league, which they claim they want, the league would be done. I mean, it would be a trans league. There wouldn't be any women left in it. There wouldn't. Why do you think they have yet to have one trans player in this supposedly very pro-trans league? Why? Because they know the second one comes in, the jig is up. Oh, wow, men are biologically can do. Oh, yeah. And there it is on full display during a WNBA game. Anyway, that's a whole other thing, right? Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Like, what's the Outkick guys? Like, you know, he's just mean. He just wants to have a bunch of kids or like his son's team play against like the championship, the champion in the WNBA, just to prove the point, you know, to anyone who needs it, that, you know, men surpass women in professional basketball. Even boys versus women. And I don't disagree. All right, let's get back to it. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister-in-law sleep with me in our master bedroom? Ooh, you got a master bedroom. I just have a bed. Maybe I have a master bedroom. You know what? I have a master bedroom. Why not? Why not do that? That's where I sleep, and I'm the master of my own domain. My blood is really boiling. Oh boy, a lot of people with boiling blood today. Because my husband offered my sister-in-law to sleep in our master bedroom due to her injured foot while he slept. Thank God he slept on the couch. I was going to say while he was there with her on the couch. And by the way, they were co-sleeping. So he let the sister-in-law sleep in the master bedroom due to her injured foot. While he will sleep on the couch. And by the way, they were co-sleeping. So her and her kid, I guess. For context, my sister-in-law sleeps over on a fortnightly basis. Oh, you are annoying. Who says fortnight still and isn't pretentious as fuck? Really, Fortnite. What do you like the video game? You could say, but you want to stay for a fortnight? Even I lived in England. I lived in England in the 80s, and I never heard anyone say fortnight unless I was watching a fucking Shakespearean play. Give me a break. Anyway, pretentious fuck. My sister-in-law sleeps over on a fortnightly, which again I think is an abuse of the word. I don't know that that's a real word. Fortnightly basis since 2 weeks postpartum. Sister-in-law tags along when she comes over to London, visit the fam while working remotely. Last week she injured her foot while traveling. Sister-in-law normally sleeps in our 4-seater living room sofa, which is more than enough for her to sleep comfortably. But she's embarrassed. But hubby still insisted that her injured foot. So you don't like his sister, clearly. That's what I'm getting right out of the gate. And you don't like her every day, not just fortnightly. Anyway, so once again, I stress that the master bedroom should not be an option for guests, his family members included, and that we are in the UK and not in an extended family setup somewhere South Asia. So there's a little racism right there. He has let mother-in-law sleep with me in the past since, yeah, you know what? He loves his family. You should honestly be grateful. You don't want some guy, you don't want to be married to some guy who treats his mom like shit, who treats his sister like shit. Because guess who else he's going to treat like shit? You. All right. So just deal with the fact that he's empathetic, kind, and his and family is important to him. These are good qualities in a mate, in case you didn't know, as you try and drub them out of him. Anyway, so spare room office. He doesn't want to disturb his mom, who sleeps and wakes up. What a horrible monster. He doesn't want to wake up his mom. What an awful man. He put an end to it when I expressed discomfort. Ugh, horrible. You, not him. Hubby has always been a champ when it comes to establishing boundaries, but he let me down this time. Oh, yeah. He's going to divorce you if you're not careful. He literally put me in a situation wherein saying no would mean a direct refusal from me since he'd already made the offer. Yeah, of course it is, because it's your fault. You're the one. He's tired of being the one to have to do your dirty work. He asked me to agree for his sake and just this one time for his sister's comfort. I like your husband. I think he's a good dude. I think you're lucky to have him, and you should stop being such a petty, angry wife. I eventually agreed against my will, but reneged. Well, there you go. That's a nice quality too, reneging. But reneged as soon as my sister-in-law, accompanied by my mother-in-law, came inside the room. I gathered the three of them so I could be transparent with my explanation and told them I feel safe having a co-sleep. Hold on, let me. I can't read it. Hold on. Emphasizing that okay. So you're trying to bamboozle them to get them all on the cot outside, the whole family except you, while you sleep in the master bedroom. I gathered the three of them so I could be transparent with my explanation and told them I didn't feel safe having to co-sleep with Lo, plus sister-in-law. And emphasizing that she won't be comfortable having a baby sleeping between us. Well, you shouldn't. You should just get a little mattress for the kid, put it on the floor. You don't want him in the middle of you. Sleeping between us, since she would have to be mindful of moving and positioning. So now I'm back to our regular setup. You were just looking for any excuse so they wouldn't sleep in the bed. Let's be honest. So now I'm back to our regular setup. I'm still feeling funny at my husband for putting me on the spot. Well, you should be. You're the one who's the issue. For his abysmal decision making. You're mean too, which is shameful. Because I don't know about shameful, taking care of your mom and your sister-in-law. Because we just came from our dinner date where he broached the subject. He literally messed up the rest of the evening. I feel like I could be awake for 3 days straight due to being so mad. Oh my God. I don't want to give advice to you. I want to give advice to your husband. You gotta find somebody else. this one, this little drop of sunshine is something you could do without. Are you the asshole? And how? Oh my God. It's not even a question. What a meanie you are. Let me go back to the comments here. Okay, Brittany Griner has to be a dude. I would say that's true, but if Brittany could dunk, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably a dude. She definitely is masculine, and that's putting it mildly. Oh yeah, and the Olympic boxer, yeah, what a joke that was. That poor woman. I just remember that poor woman crying in the ring after getting beaten up by a man, all legally, and the guy got a gold medal for kicking her ass. Yeah. The Epstein files. Nobody wants those Epstein files out who's in politics. They're all too interconnected. Their donors were probably on the island. Their fellow people who are in control of who gets what money for which project were probably know someone. I mean, it's all this sycophantic pedophilia. It's disgusting. It makes me sick, and it will never stop because no one's going to ride in on some white horse and do the right thing. They're all, as soon as they get into office, part of this fucking horrible system. that governs us. It's just true. It's just true. Both sides of the aisle I'm talking about. I would love to say it wasn't. I would love to say, oh, the Epstein file's been out for 2 years now because the Republicans did the right thing, but that didn't happen. Anyway, I get so angry and I get so I'm just not a fan of pedophilia, and I don't feel like they should get off because they have money and power and control. Just a me thing. Obviously, no one on either side of the aisle cares one way or well, they do care one way or the other. They don't want anyone to ever find out who did what to who, except me. I mean, everybody kind of knows about me, but even me, and I just, how come I'm not in jail? There's pictures of me. The only one they gave us was Prince Andrew, and he just lost his house and has to live in like some like shanty mansion instead of the fancy one in Balmoral. Anyway, yeah, her voice is lower than most. And yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it is pretentious speak on Reddit too. Pure Blood says, I just assume everyone in Hollywood and DC was on the island. Probably. I feel like you're on the island until proven otherwise. The realist will never come out. Ever. 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 And here's why. And I've always said this. If you release one, it cracks the dam. If one person gets indicted, goes to jail, guess what they're going to do? They're going to rat on everybody else. And then everybody else is going to rat on, everyone's going to try and make a deal. Nobody wants to go down alone, all these sick pedophile fucks. So they're despicable people. They will rat everybody else. So they can't even let one person go. They can't give you one person because that starts the snowball, and then everybody is going to get hit. And so they're all fucking protected, and it's disgusting. Anyway, yeah, they should all get Lorena Bobbitt. All right, let's get back. I can't. You guys brought it up in the chat, but so yeah, so far, oof, man, the two wives who last couple of ones I've read, who, man, a lot of work. A lot of work. Oh man, those two husbands should go out for a drink. The husband of the woman who thinks she got her husband is mad at her because she's black, and then this one who's just mean, just in general. But at least she didn't drop any race cards. By the way, my husband. By the way, I'm an Asian. By the way, I'm white. Who fucking cares? It has nothing to do with the story. It has everything to do with your perceived victimhood status. Am I the asshole for asking my work, especially when it's your own damn husband who's asking you to move? Am I the asshole for asking my work friend's current job where I used to work at? Okay, wait. Am I the asshole for asking for work at my friend's current job where I used to work at? Why aren't you working there anymore? Oh, look at this. Well, you don't believe in paragraphs. Oh, forget it. Yeah, oh, look at this. Look at it. Can you see this? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's like a manifesto. Put a paragraph in, or it looks like a manifesto, and I'm not going to read that. That looks horrible. Like, what are you going to tell me? Castro was right. Che Guevara forever. Like, what is this shit? This is, come on, stop it. I'm not reading any of that. You're the asshole. I don't even have to. I don't have to read any of that. I can just tell you that right out of the gate. Ay. Am I the asshole for declining to pay for my stepson's sport fees? Potentially. Why won't you pay him? Why will you? Let me ask you this. If it was your biological son, would you pay? Everything's the same, but it's your biological son and not your stepson. Would you pay? If the answer is yes, then yes, you are an asshole. What do you have against your stepson? Why don't you just call him your son? I've been with my girlfriend for almost 7 years, and we have a child. Okay, we both have a child from previous relationships. So you're like a dollar store Brady Bunch. And her ex passed away a couple years ago, so her son is basically mine. All right? I've been raising him since he was about 5. Great kid. I just don't want to give him any money. Oh, I hope he doesn't want to go to college. I'm sure you don't have any money saved for that. And always gives 100% effort for his team. I drive him to every practice and game, pay for food and hotels and tournament weekends. I pay for private training on a regular basis. She has covered season fees. What sport does he play? Which have recently grown around 1,300 years. Is it hockey? Because hockey's expensive. For the year as his level has increased. Why won't you even mention the sport? Ugh. I've always paid a little more on our expenses. The rent's $2,500 a month, blah, 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 blah. You pay more than she does, that's the long and the short of it. I pay for most of our gas. Okay, so the first 2 paragraphs is just you talking about all the stuff you pay for. Woe is you. That's called being a father. That's called having a family. And usually people don't keep track if it's a healthy relationship. Unless one person just, is a complete deadbeat when they don't have to be. When it comes to lifestyle, she funds her own discretionary spending, but I pay for almost, okay, so 2 paragraphs in, we're still talking about what you pay. Cut to the chase. Stop trying to build yourself up. I think you're definitely the asshole because you're having to build yourself up over 3 paragraphs about what a great guy you are before you reveal maybe you're not. I also take her out constantly. Oh, the 3rd paragraph, we're still talking about how much money you spent. If she ever offered to pay for a dinner she invited me to, she will offer to only pay for herself. So why are you with her? You apparently think she's a deadbeat, hanger on, and I never let her. So you don't even let her. So it's your fault. She's been very open about not wanting to work and wanting to stay home for mom. I support this theory. So what is the issue? Oh, maybe in the last 2 paragraphs, you'll tell us what the fucking problem is. All right, so here we go. I'm also not sure what's in it for me. Oh, yeah, there you go. It took a while, but that's the big crux of it, right? Okay. She's been very open about not wanting to work and wanting to stay home, be a stay-at-home mom. I support this in theory. No, you don't. But I don't make enough for her to do it yet. Okay, you don't support it in theory. Everything you talked about prior to this is you not supporting it in theory because you're talking about how much you spend versus how much she spends. I'm not sure what's in it for me. There you go. I don't know your love for her, or maybe not. Maybe you need to evaluate if you actually love this woman because it doesn't seem like it. She seems like a lodestone to you. She seems like a problem to you, and by association, so must her child be, right? Since she technically doesn't have my child, and we split all. Oh, you're awful. She technically doesn't have my child. Yeah, you're an asshole, dude. I don't know what the rest of this is. I'll read it, but you're definitely an asshole. Yeah, for real. She doesn't technically have my child. Oh, you're a dick. Sometimes I think I'm being selfish. You are when I feel this way. But with the disparity growing in our savings account, I wonder if I'm not being selfish enough. You two shouldn't be together. Let her find someone. And I don't know, she may be no prize either, but I know for sure you're not. You need some help too. You need to find some, I don't know, maybe find. Yeah, I don't even know, bro. You're a mess. This morning, it sort of reached its head when she said the fees had to be due today for the new season, and asked if I could pay half. I asked her why she couldn't take it from her savings, and she asked me why I couldn't. You two are already done. I'm assuming you've broken up since you wrote this. I told her I only had a few K in there, and I'm trying to save, and she scoffed at me, saying I never contribute to his sports. I asked her, here's where you all go, like, I pay this, you pay that. This is a terrible way to have a relationship. I asked her if the roles were reversed, if she'd be paying for my daughter's sports, and she said no, because I have a co-parent who contributes and she doesn't. I don't know, maybe she doesn't like your kid either. I don't think you two like each other. Forget the kids. The kids are just pawns in all this. I don't think you two. I think you two are right at the cusp of being done, and I think it's a good call. Honestly, we didn't get into a fight. Yes, you did. Well, you're in denial. But she left the conversation. Oh, that's not a fight. She just left the conversation. Don't soften it. You're in a fight. She hates you. I hate you a little. By saying she will never ask me to pitch in again. Oh no, that's not a fight. What planet are you from? What Martian realm did you roll in out of? This left a really bad taste in my mouth. I do contribute a lot and more than she does. Oh, here you go again. Pounding on your horn and your drum. Her money is her money, but my income has increasingly become our income, and this has allowed her to become more financially secure. While I have done the opposite. Just break up already. Just break up. It's just ridiculous. You don't like her. She don't like you. I don't know. I don't know what attracted you to each other. Maybe if you really want to save the relationship, go back to when we first met. Why did I like you? Why did you like me? Have that conversation and see if you can rekindle that aspect of it. If you can't, call it a day. Call it a day. You guys are going to be terrible for each other otherwise. I don't think I'm wrong on it. What do you think? You're a Sharks fan? Oh, like what? Are we talking hockey? Is it San Jose, right? I'm a Kings fan, and but I was a season ticket holder for 2 or 3 years. No, actually, I was a season ticket holder for 4 years. But they treated us like crap. The only good thing about the Kings season ticket holders was they had good like gifts. Like you would get one gift a year, and I would always pick the Zamboni ride. I got myself a Zamboni ride. I got my son a Zamboni ride. I got my fiance a Zamboni ride. And then me and my son last year, we got to meet the team while they were coming out of the locker room. That was really cool. And so I'd gotten all the cool stuff out of it, but they wouldn't let me move my seat up. They just fucked a lot of things up. Like I wanted to do something special for my then girlfriend. They fucked that up. They then tried to make it up, and then they fucked it up some more. They said, "Well, put your picture on the jumbotron with a nice message." So I'm sitting there with her, like I watch a jumbotron, like a schmuck. Nothing ever comes on. Then they tell me it did. It's like I wasn't sitting there with my eyes fused to the thing, waiting for the moment when it came on, so I could be like, look, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not very disgruntled Kings season ticket holder. I still like the Kings though, and because they would never move my seats up, despite promising me every year that I could, a few rows up. I'm like, you know what, F it, I'll just get it on the cheap, and I'll get the front row seats I want. And I'll spend less money on them because I'll get them on StubHub or SeatGeek when people are trying to unload them day of. Again, this is called countertransference that you're seeing here. But yeah, it was like I got everything I could get out of it, and I still love the Kings. But yeah, being a season ticket holder, unless you want to ride on the Zamboni, is a complete waste of time. All right, there you go. Right, yeah, there you go. It was hard being a Sabres, Sabs season ago. Yeah, and also the Kings kind of blow. They've been getting. Now I'm talking about the Kings. They got beat for the last 4 years by Edmonton, right? I think every friggin' time. This year I don't know. Maybe they might do okay. They might do okay at best. At best, okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, there we go. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button. Am I the asshole for talking to other girls while my best friend has a boyfriend? Hold on a minute. Let me read this again. Am I the asshole for talking to other girls when my best friend has a boyfriend? I don't understand. Let's go a little further. At least it's short. Okay. I'm single and I regularly reply. That is a tongue twister. Regularly reply, isn't it? I feel like that's a tongue twister. To a few girls on Twitter, online friends, Tinder or Twitter? Twitter, online friends, sort of, nothing serious. I reply to them. They reply to me on all public accounts. Nothing is secret. Okay. My best friend who has a boyfriend and pretends not to use Twitter. You sure you don't mean Tinder? Recently got mad at me for talking to these girls. She made an account, I'm guessing, to stalk me or something. You're weird on your own. I'm confused because I'm not in a relationship, and neither of these girls I'm committed to. Yeah, all you're doing is talking to them, and she's stalking you. It's just weird to me. Nor have I met any of them, or vice versa. I don't see why me talking to girls should be a problem, especially if she has a boyfriend herself. All right. So your best friend, I guess, is a girl. Is that what I'm getting? And you're a guy. Nobody knows these days. I haven't been hiding anything online. One thing I should mention: known her for 4 years. About a year ago, I confessed to her that I have feelings. Yeah, well, there you go. 3 months later, she got a boyfriend. So you're in like a kind of this. You got kind of this moonlighting energy. Like Maddie and David or whatever. What's his face's character was. Why can't I think of his name? Guy's got a face, Bruce Willis. Am I the asshole? Am I missing something? Yeah, here you go. So you are a dude and she's a girl. Yeah, you just have this weird sexual connection. If I were the girl's boyfriend, I'd be worried about it too. You guys are like a couple of martinis away from martinis. Showing my age. A couple of beers, a couple of Cuervos away from hooking up. Let's be honest. Maybe you should. Maybe you should, but it's going to ruin the sitcom. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm just going off of what happened on Moonlighting. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red. Oh, I had another one. It was who was the young chick, or used to be young, from Stranger Things? Millie Bobby Brown, right? So she married John Bon Jovi's kid, which makes her Millie. See, I can't even do the first part. Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. That's a good tongue twister right there. Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Brown. I want to say Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Brown. See what I'm saying? It's near impossible. Try it. Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby. Can't do it. Can't do it. Aluminum and linoleum. Oh, that's a tough one too. Aluminum and linoleum. Ooh, that is a good one. Maybe I just terrible tongue twisters. Aluminum, aluminum and linoleum. Aluminum and linoleum. Oh, that's tough. That's a good one, Ryan. That's a good one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You remember the Sabres losing to the Broad Street Bullies in the 1975 Cup Finals? Oh, wow. That must have been fun. 75. I did like the 70s, man. That's when I grew up. 1970, I was born. 70s were a great time to grow up, right into the 80s. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I'm all sorts of ADD and distracted tonight. But it's a Friday. Half of me wanted to have a drink before the show, but I said no, not today, not today, Satan. I don't think so. I think God. There's a lot of wine in the Bible. I think that's not a Satan thing. I just wanted to say I've been a homeowner for 5 years. Congratulations. Oh, this is an ad. All right. Am I the asshole for going to my best friend's party before my girlfriend's party? You're just foolish. You are foolish. First of all, your girlfriend wouldn't, and I know, and she knows, everybody knows. If you had gone to her party first, she never would have let you go on to the other one. That's just, them's the breaks, bro. You needed to go to her party, and that was it. Sorry, best friend's party. Sorry, best friend's party. That's got a nice little ring to it. But yeah, it's short. Definitely a dude wrote this. My best friend's birthday is today. Yeah, you should have been able to go. I mean, it's your best friend's birthday, but is it also your girlfriend's birthday? You got to go to the girlfriend's birthday. Okay, my best friend's birthday is today, August 21st. My girlfriend's birthday is August 23rd. They both have a party tomorrow, Saturday. You got to go to your girlfriend's party, dude. Do you want us to keep her as your girlfriend? Then you go to her party. And you just say, sorry, bro. I'm just, you got to understand. Or you have to make an incredibly quick entrance and exit. What do you do? Here's what you do. You go to there, but you don't stay. You don't stay. You have maybe one shot, one drink, and then get the hell out. I know it's easier said than done, but you bring a nice gift, a nice bottle of scotch or something. And you just, here you go, bro. Congratulations. I got to cut out. I'm so sorry, man, but we'll drink later. You and me will go out together. It'll be great. But my girlfriend. That's what I would have done. But let's see what you did. They both have a party. You haven't done anything yet. A party Saturday the 22nd. My best friend's having a party at the lake from 12 p.m. to evening. Oh, that's good. It's in the afternoon. You could do that. That seems fair till around evening. But I told them I'd be okay going, but I'd have to leave early. Yeah, so far so good. So far I don't see an issue yet. My girlfriend's party starts at 6:30. This is all the cards are lining up pretty well, bro. In the evening at a roller skating rink. You're going to be falling down a lot because you're going to be drunk from your best friend's party. I thought that would give me a whole good time and it would be okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems to me quite fair and on the up and up. Unless she really doesn't like your best friend. Or she knows that some chick's going to be there that you hooked up with in the past. There's variables. You got to put these things come into play. So I told my friends about how her party is later, and they're fine with it. Yeah, why would they care? When I told my girlfriend, she did not like it at all. I feel like, one, she doesn't like the influence your friend has on her. She doesn't like how you act around your friends. Or two, she doesn't like some of the girls who will be at that party. Those are actually three choices, I guess, right? I told her why she's all mad because I even told my friends I would leave early and make time for her. To me, she just never appreciates the time and the energy I do for her. You write strangely, bro. She never likes when I hang out with my friends. She doesn't like your friends. One, she thinks you act poorly around them. Two, she's controlling and thinks doesn't want you to herself. It could be lots of things. I'd have to talk to you both. She thinks I spend less time with her, but that's not true at all. I always take her out, buy her anything she wants until I'm in debt. Dude, yeah, this might not be the relationship for you, but still, whenever I'm debt, yeah, I don't know. I'm proud of you for getting a job, considering the way you write. Maybe English is not your first language, and I don't mean that like as an insult. Sometimes maybe you're using like Google, or I don't know, some Google Translate or something. I guess she forgets what I've done for her, so she's never satisfied or thankful. I'm married to one of those for things. But it's hard to read this, dude, because it just doesn't flow. It's kind of English. I failed her because either I was dehydrated or any other time, blah, blah. I was stressed, blah, blah, blah. Am I missing something? Please tell me. Yeah, you guys aren't I know it's tough because it's just reading it I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about your situation. It was tough to read that. Like, I hope that you're working off of Google Translate and this is not how you construct sentences. But that being said, I feel like you two just you might not be right for each other. She's very controlling. I mean, I don't want to say that, because I'd have to see you both. But the thing about this one is you two need to communicate and immediately and just be like, what's the issue here? Why don't you want me hanging out with them? Find out what her beef is. Is it the way you behave around them? Is it there's a girl there she doesn't like? Is it that she just feels you don't spend enough time with her? Is it that, like, what is the issue? Until you know the true issue, how can you fix the problem, right? Is it that she's controlling? I don't know. I don't know, but you need to know, and then you can make the decision from that. Okay? There you go. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps you out. I try, and I try. I now see. Now we're all talking about the hockey, and I love hockey. I've already been on the website, and the prices are already coming down. I'm gonna get my seats. I'm gonna get my front row seats. Not on the glass. I like to sit in the like on the sides, second row up. Or glass. I'll take glass any day of the week. But glass is friggin' like extremely expensive. I've been glass, I think 3 different times at the stadium at Crypto, and got really good deals on all of them, included like their club and everything, where you get to have the unlimited buffet. The best one I ever did, I actually went by myself because I never experienced the glass seating. I'd never been on the glass. And I was just like, I just, that's what I do. Like, I scroll Kings games and see, like, if someone's selling something cheap, maybe I'll go. And so someone was selling a glass seat mid ice for $134. Like, I feel like they thought they put in $1,340, which is not unusual. 2,000 to 1,200. Those tickets usually go for, sometimes more. And so I think they hit the wrong decimal point or something. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing this. So I punched it in. I went by myself. I was like, oh, is this really? Am I really going to get access to the Delta Club or whatever? And I guess I did. And I go in there. I'm like, oh my God, because I just ate, and I drank and I ate, and then I go out and watch the game, and it was, the whole thing was awesome. And I more than made up for that $134 just with food and drink. I mean, it's a nice spread in there. They do a really good job in there. And if there's any celebrities there, they're always around. I see Chuck Liddell there. I used to see him all the time. He goes there a lot. All right. Well, let me see how quick I get off on a hockey tangent. You guys, you get me easy. I was distracted by the hockey, all that hockey talk, and I zigged when I should have zagged. I zigzagged. Am I the asshole for not wanting to sell my house that I bought 7 months ago? That seems insanely stupid to sell a house that you bought 7 months ago, unless you got it for nothing and now it's going for an enormous amount of money. Like, they discovered oil on it or something, or there's like a gold mine, or a gold what do they call that, gold seam in it, or maybe some natural gas or something of import. My wife, 28, you're 27, bought her first house in January. Here, let me share this so everybody can see it. Hang on. Oh, if you guys keep talking about hockey, I'm going to keep talking about hockey. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I've gotten glass seats and club seats access before. I worked at the Sharks. Yeah, isn't that great? It is great. Just when they're smashing in there, and I had one like for my birthday. It worked out perfect. I got glass seats. And I also, it was my birthday, so I had the glass seats. I had a Zamboni ride because I was a season ticket holder, and I got it for that March 30th. I got it for that. My fiance was with me. We had just incredible seats, like right behind the goal. There was a lot of action there, and the Kings friggin' I don't know, they might have been playing the Sharks. They destroyed whoever they were playing. Like it was, they got like 7 goals. Like we were watching them all just fucking feed in one after the other. Keep talking about hockey. Yeah, maybe it was Tampa Bay. I don't know. I do love hockey. I'm going to go to some Kings games. Make no mistake. But all right, let me get back to it. My wife's 28 and I'm 27. Bought our first house in January of this year. Congratulations. 1 bedroom, 1 bath condo, Orange County. All right. It's a great place in a great area, meets all our current needs. Yeah, why would you want to move? At least for the next few years until we have a kid. We can afford it. We can afford it. No problem. Okay, good. With both of us working, decent savings. So far, so good. Left over, but not enough for either of us to stop working. Okay. My wife wants to pursue a degree, which means she'll have to stop working, and have a kid sooner than a couple of years now. She wants to get her degree before having a kid, though. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I get that because it's going to be much more difficult to have to nurse and feed, and then you're all exhausted, and I mean, I get that. How old is she? 27. Plus, she's getting older. It's not the worst idea. Anyway, okay. So to this end, she wants to stop working. Well, you're gonna have to start tightening the belt buckle a little bit, right? In order to stop working and focus 100% on her efforts at school, she wants to sell our house as soon as possible. That's really flighty behavior because I'm kind of on your side with this. You just bought a house, which even though you can both afford it if you're both working, and then to suddenly be like, oh, and now I mean, is this like a pattern with her? Is this something that happens a lot where you make a relatively large, to put it mildly, life decision, and then she's already like kind of going the other way on it, Like this could be a pattern of hers. Anyway, so she wants to stop working. In order to stop working, focus on her I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it's just the timing of it is very strange to me. She wants to sell our house as soon as possible. Instead, buy another place in the high desert of California. You don't want to buy a place in the high desert. You fucking don't want to buy a place. I'll tell you that right now. Where it's like where they would make meth, like Lancaster, Palmdale. Is that where you're going? Don't, please don't. It was shitty schools. I mean, come on. The whole point of buying a house in the first place, when you're buying it, if you want to have kids, is you buy it in a good school district. You buy it in a place that's safe. You buy it in a place that has good schools. There's a reason when I bought my house, I didn't buy in LA because the schools are shit. It's not a safe place. I went in Glendale. Glendale's nice. I mean, the drivers are crazy, but it's safe, great schools. So this is what I'm talking about with your wife. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're going to leave a place that's safe with good schools and you're going to go to the fucking Palmdale, Lancaster area? I assume that's what you mean by high desert. Everybody's high there on fucking meth. Anyway, to this end, she wants to stop working and focus on her and go to the high desert. I hate all this. Where it's cheap enough to afford a house. Yeah, why do you think that is? And about half the price on just my income. Oh, yeah, this is a terrible idea. And then you're going to try and resell in fucking Palmdale, Lancaster? With some money left over on every month. Doing this would mean I would be traveling out of town. This is a horrible idea. Work almost every week rather than the roughly 25 to 50% of the time I travel now. I would also, in my opinion, lower our standard of living. Hell yeah, you would. And be taking us to an area with higher property crime. I told you, he's talking about Palmdale, Lancaster. Worse schools, thank you for our potential child. Lower property values, I told you. And slower rate of property value increase. Hell yeah. You don't want to live in fucking Lancaster, Palmdale. If I have any listeners in Lancaster, Palmdale, you know I'm right. I have voiced concern with their plan. I would, as have several people close to us, probably people far away from you too, and stated that maybe we can find another option, please, where we don't have to sell our home or at least not move for a couple of years and we can afford something nicer. Yeah, exactly. I understand her desire to focus 100% on school and get it done faster. I'm having a hard time reconciling with selling a house. No, this is all terrible. This whole idea is terrible on her part. I just got fully 100% settled a couple months ago. She also continues to bring it up as the only topic of conversation for several weeks on end. We came to the decision a few weeks ago to stay where we are, at least for a while longer, trying to wear me down until I say yes to moving. At least that's how it feels to me. You need to get into a couples therapy immediately with her. This goes beyond moving and this and that. This is a fear of, I don't know, everything's too, she doesn't like her. I think she doesn't like her job. I think she hates her job. That's what my gut tells me. She hates her job so much that she want, even though it pays well, I guess, she wants to go to school so she can pursue what she wants or just to get away from this fucking job. I feel like that's the major driver in all this. Also, maybe she's just flighty. But before you have a kid with her, um, you want to investigate this. You know, yeah, man, I don't like any of this. I don't like any. Don't trust your gut on this one. Go to a couples therapy with her. Figure out what the real issue is, and if she can't have a come to Jesus moment with you, before you get too deep and have a kid with her, you need to cut the cord. That's my advice to you. Added for clarification, she currently works 32 hours a week and also requested that I make this post to serve as a reality check for her. Okay, well, I guess that's good if she wants you to do this post to see where she stands. No wear and tear on my vehicle commuting. Yeah, that's irrelevant. Dude, Lancaster, Palmdale, don't do it. Info, she's trying for a master's degree through an online school to become a licensed marriage and family therapist. Hey, I am doing that too. And I can tell you right now, she can do that from your house, especially if it's online. Bought a house in January, wants to sell, move. So how funny would it be if she's in my class next month? Bought a house in January. Wife wants to sell to move somewhere cheaper soon. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is a good one. I can tell you this because I'm doing the same thing. I am unlicensed, but I'm trying to at least, walk the walk and know what I'm fucking talking about. Part of most MFT programs, marriage and family therapy masters, is you have to go to therapy yourself. You have to be, understand what your client is understanding. You need to go through the process. That's pretty much a given, where you have to do X number of hours on yourself. So it helps you therapeutically, and it also helps you understand the role of the therapist, what works, what you like. It's a useful tool. And so she's probably going to have to do that. So maybe you get her started on that sooner rather than later, in a session a week, and maybe the therapist can help her through it. And maybe, I don't know if you could do a couples therapy, might be able to, still get the credit for the school. But yeah, you need to do it. You need to do it because she's a mess right now. And I don't think I need to tell you that. You get it. First mistake moving to Cali. There's some truth to that too, Pizza Wolf. Yeah, that's another good point. Why do they have to stay in California? I think for his job, Pure Blood. It's for his job. He would have to get a whole new job. It's possible they could, but based on just the erratic behavior of his wife, I wouldn't be like picking up my stakes and moving someplace else. You got to make sure she's got her head screwed on straight before you start doing all that craziness. You moved to Arizona a few months ago after living in California my whole life. I can't imagine anyone moving to California. Yeah, I'm here until at least my son turns 18 and goes to college, and then I don't know. I can't imagine I'm going to stay here much longer than that. Where I'm going to go, I don't know. But yeah, somewhere. Maybe I just go to Malibu. I don't know. Not that I don't know that it's going to be any better, but at least I can stay inside and go to the beach when I'm not. There you go. You seen the Smashing Pumpkins? I'm seeing Dudamel this weekend. Kind of excited about that. And then I'm seeing I'm going with my son. I'm so excited, and my stepsons and my fiance, and we're all going to go see Buddy Guy's 90th birthday at the Hollywood Bowl. That's next month. That's good. They got some good people on the lineup there. All right, so Pigpug says, I saw the last concert at AUD, Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness Tour. That sounds like a fun one. That sounds cool. The Dookie Tour, nice. Man, there's some old school stuff going down. Go to a state that won't cancel you one day. Oh, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Pigpug. Yeah. I don't want to live in Texas because I've lived in I basically lived in Texas. When I was an automotive trainer, I was in Texas for, like a month. 3 weeks to a month every year, just all over Texas, up and down Texas. I've been to almost every place in Texas, from Brownsville to to Humboldt to El Paso to some of the northern ones, Lubbock and Dallas and Fort Worth, and just Plano. And yeah, Buddy Guy at the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, I'm stoked for it. It should be really good. Old hockey arenas had a character. Yeah, they did. Crypto. I mean, I like crypto. It's a nice place to see a game, but yeah, it doesn't have that old school kind of stuff. No, I have no exes in Texas that I'm aware of. And I mean, I don't mind Texas, like visiting it. I could visit Texas. I could go. I used to perform in Hyenas. I would perform at Hyenas Plano. I perform at Hyenas Fort Worth. I did the was it the Improv in Houston? I can't remember. It might have been some of the Laugh Stop. I think it was the Laugh Stop in Houston. That was a fun one. I mean, I could go there. I'm San Antonio. I performed in San Antonio at I don't forget what the club was there. I performed in Corpus Christi at some club when I used to do stand up on the road. Yeah, I don't mind Texas at all. I like Fort Worth actually. Um, you know, yeah, but I wouldn't want to live there. It's not for me. Now, Tennessee, I think I could deal with, but I don't know. I want to be. I need to be near water. I'm worried. Mosquitoes high. I want 70-degree. I need to be near a beach. I think, but I don't want to be near like a homeless beach, like say Santa Monica or basically everywhere up and down the coast of California at this point. By the way, I think Mayor Bass or some city council just recently gave the homeless an okay to pitch tents in parks, indiscriminately again. So enjoy that, kids. Enjoy the needles on the under the slide. Oh my God, the new stadium. Oh, that place. I've seen a lot of the season ticket holders complaining about that because like all of a sudden, you have to pay these exorbitant licensing fees for the season tickets. Your PLG or whatever. Give us your money, whatever the hell the three initials for that are, or letters are for that. And then like they have all these terrible sight lines where you have just all these obstructed views now. And they of course promised everyone that there would be no obstructed views. Yeah. Yeah. I like Montana. Montana. I don't know about North Dakota. That's one of the few states I've never been. Never been to North Dakota. I've been to the Alaska, but only to the airport. I've never been to Alaska. So really two states I haven't been. And I'm trying to figure out a way to get to both of them. I will at some point. Hey, Analog, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I like Montana. I'm a fan. I like Montana. Yeah, I could live in Montana. I could live in Montana. Which one? All these new stadiums suck. The coolest stadium I've ever been to is Lambeau. Lambeau, pure blood. I loved Lambeau. I've never seen a game there, but Lambeau's one of those fields where they redid it, but they didn't fuck it up. Like they left the field the same, but then they kind of built around the field to give it some niceties, and so they could have events there and keep people warm, if they wanted to be warm. But I remember I did I was on a tour there for some car manufacturer, and I did the tour of Lambeau Field. I loved it. I'm like, oh, I wish I could see a game here, but they were out. It was playoff season. They were in the playoffs, but they weren't playing there then. Anyways, but I'm like, oh, I love this place. Lambeau Field's great. I love Lambeau Field. Soldier Field always sucked. Soldier Field, when I lived in Chicago, is just a shit. Like it just sucked. It just sucked. I saw the Dead there. They were really good. Dead and Sting. That's that. But I think I saw two Bears games there. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't like the concessions. I didn't like the seats. It was junk. And then they reimagined it. I don't know what to call it. And then they did such a shitty job. It lost historical status because they just ruined it even more. I mean, I assume people, if you're in boxes now or in the, it's nicer for you. And now the Bears are fucking leaving anyway. I think the Bears are going to Indiana, right? Isn't that still happening? Aren't the Bears still going to Indiana? Yeah, that's a PLS. It's $2K for 2 seats. Yeah, then $2K for seats. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And it's such a money grab. Yeah, Hammond, that's it. Isn't that crazy? Are they still moving? Because I thought it was like almost a done deal. I'm going to check it out. Are the Bears moving to Indiana? That's the first thing that comes up in the Google search. Are they really moving? The Chicago Bears are. Oh, they're still actively exploring. Shit or get off the pot, folks. The Chicago Bears are actively exploring a move to Hammond, Indiana, a new dome stadium. I feel like I wouldn't put it past them. I feel like Illinois is not Illinois, but Chicago, well, Illinois too. The city is in such dire financial straits and just such a mess under Brandon Johnson. who makes Lori Lightfoot look like makes Lori Lightfoot look like she has the wisdom of Solomon, and so it's a disaster. And I think the ineptness of Brandon Johnson, coupled with no one really that excited to keep the Bears, even though they should be, may well lead to them to just be like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's just go to Indiana." Yeah. So who knows? Yeah, it's still kind of up in the air. ESPN, as of August 13th, says the Chicago Bears will not be changing their name if they move across state lines to Indiana. They will. Maybe they don't the first season, maybe not the second. But if you move to Indiana at some point, you are going to change your name to something more Indiana, like the Indianapolis 500 Bears. How about that? That sound good? Okay. Okay. Listen, I had a great time. I hope you did. But I got to cut out. It's 11:05. Yeah. I hope you had a great Friday. I had a great day. This was a fun show. Wait. Let me see some of the commentary here. Okay. So the PLS are dependent on seats. Don't listen to the fake news. You're right. I'm just going off with the news, and God only knows. That's a terrible idea. Hold on. Let me see something here. Yeah. Lambeau is a cool field. Like I've never really been into like a football stadium I really liked, but I liked Lambeau. That was a cool stadium. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You won't dox yourself, but you got awful seats. Views are not a human right according to building codes. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. You should have a view. I mean, Wrigley Field used to have seats like that, but at least they would warn you, and they wouldn't make them season tickets. Unfortunately, Josh Allen was unfamiliar with the curse of the Buffalo Bills before he signed the deal for his entire prime career years. Yeah. If you could live, you would live anywhere if they'd let you build shit. Yeah, nobody wants to let you build anything. Look at the Palisades, where I still don't think they put a house up there. And that was almost 2 years ago now. The fires. Yeah, I do like Montana. The biggest cities would be. Well, yeah, it's true. No, I like Montana a lot. It's nice. Idaho's nice. Idaho's underrated. I like Idaho. Yeah, that is. Floor by Peluga. Okay, retractable dome stadium. Yeah. Bears. I feel like the Bears are going to move. I missed all these comments, so I apologize, but I want to get to them all before I say goodbye. To talk about what's happening in the 19 days in California, more people are moving. They're moving to Portland and Seattle, which also, by the way, are going downhill. That's what happens when you embrace, nonsensical politics. Indiana taxes are way lower. Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. It would. Who would have thought? Worst, yeah. Big bug, exactly. The people of Chicago, I mean, all their choices were other Democrats. It's Chicago, that makes sense. But out of all I think they had like 7 or 8 Democrats they could have chose from. They literally chose the one who was farthest left, one who was farther left than Lightfoot, and they are suffering dire consequences for it. But hey, what are you gonna do? I don't live in Chicago anymore. I lived there for 8 years. I loved it. It was a great city. My ex TDS COVID broke him, lives in Chicago. Loved Lightfoot and now loves Johnson. Isn't it crazy? You can't fix stupid, folks. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Indianapolis Colts versus Indiana Bears would be hilarious. Yeah. That would be. Yeah, I forgot that they already got the fucking Colts. Yeah, there you go. 49er Stadium, Santa Clara sucks. I believe that. Kansas City, Missouri, moving to Kansas City. Really? Is that real? That could be kind of cool. Yeah, Oakland is a wasteland. Yeah, Oakland is such a shithole. They lost the A's, right? I mean, the A's are moving. The Raiders have already moved into Vegas. Yeah, I mean, it's just everybody's leaving Oakland. My God, what a disaster that is. There you go. You guys are all kind of ever eating. That's very funny. All right, everyone. Listen, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Panem 36 and Ever Eden and Coco. There's Coco. I just saw Coco. Good to see you, Coco. Now, Coco lives in Wyoming, and I liked Wyoming. A little windy, not a lot of cities there, but I don't know. I didn't have a problem with Wyoming at all. Tatanka, thank you. Pure Blood, thank you. And everybody else has been tuning in. And I'll just call you Anal. Good to see you. Big Pug, thank you again. And Pizza, thank you. Pizza Wolf, of course. Pizza Wolf, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Agent 777, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in as well, brother. And everybody else, apologies if I didn't. Coco's been here for a while. Coco, I didn't realize you were in the house. I just didn't click in at the right point on the chats, I guess. There you go. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I hope you had a great day. I know I did. And by the way, thank you, Penham, for the money as well. That is appreciated, very much so. Money is always appreciated. It really is. All right, I think I'm done. I just want to make sure I say goodbye to everyone. Have a great weekend, everybody. God bless you. You guys rock. I'll be back Monday for more shenanigans and nonsense, et cetera, et cetera. Go Kings. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Blessings to you too, Tatanka. Yeah, we had a fun chat tonight. Yeah, great evening to you too. Yeah, you are small. Yeah, you are the smallest state population-wise, even more so than Rhode Island. Yeah, I liked Wyoming. Wyoming's chill. It's cool. All right, folks, I'm off. Have a great weekend. God bless you. I'll be back Monday with more shenanigans. And remember, as always, if you've got a problem, I've got a solution. I am Jeff, the unlicensed therapist. I'm also a hockey fan. Bye.